We didn't have sounds. Anyway, so we're gonna do a compression test real quick because we tried to do a leak down test and it was the whole thing. So I'm gonna do a compression test now just to see what we have for compression, just to get an idea. So I have my compression tester here, and we should. I'm gonna connect it up, and it should. I guess you probably finish screwing it in.
Maybe. We'll see.
Alright, so I am going to turn the engine over. Just see how much compression we're getting. This other day we did, and we were getting like 70, so I'm gonna just check if we're getting similar to that. Just, you know, because yeah, like 60, which is not ideal whatsoever. Let's crank it over a little more and see what happens. All right. So, not any better. Shoot. That's great. I guess I can use this to see when it's at top dead center to do the leak down test. You see when I hear air. Okay, should be at top dead center if I'm doing it correctly. So I guess we can disconnect that and put that away. All right, that's dirty. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this away. Which way does this go? Right, this way. Okay. Okay. So, I guess we can just hook this up. And try the leak down test again, because I don't know what would be going on. But it's either we have to, I don't even know. Like what? I don't even know what's going on. Like what the heck? Okay. There we go, so that should be connected. This is a little bit of a pain to get on. Oh, never mind, it went on kind of easy. Now we hook up our air compressor, which should have pressure because we just aired her up. Alright, and then we just turn this dial to get air to go through there. And then we lit once it's up to pressure. Did we use all the pressure? We might have. Where's it leaking? Leaking out of the rings. I don't even know what the heck. That's so annoying. So let me see if I blow into the carburetor and what it does. Well, I can't even reach there, so I'm not gonna try. What the heck? I just stepped in like a. What did I even say? I'm confused. That's not hard to do. Okay, so I'm gonna just see what happens when I rotate with pressure on the cylinders. Yeah, it should be valves closed. Because you heard the exhaust open, air go out the exhaust, and then intake open, and air come out the intake. So it should be closed. Now pressure's coming out of the rings. That could be normal. I don't know. And then I guess we'll have to get more air pressure in the compressor. Took the sob out yesterday in some snow. That was pretty fun. And like our light switch. Alright, do I have sound this time? Hopefully. Last stream, I did not have sound. Yes, we do. Okay, just double check. So now I'm gonna let that slowly build pressure. And I can hear air leaking out through here. So that's rings, but I don't know how much pressure or if the rings are okay to leak a little bit, just because a factory and like newly rebuilt engine is still gonna leak a little bit, so that seems like a little more than you'd want though. Oh yeah. Their valve just opened because the engine rotated from just pressure on it. So I'm gonna have to turn this down to get pressure off of it. Kind of annoying that it rotates on its own like that, but at least it rotates. Let's check our oil level just to see what we have. I'm just curious if I can find the rag. Oh, here we go. I'm just gonna set you right there. Oil is full, and I don't see any bubbles. That doesn't mean much, I don't know, because that's just Okay. So unless it's I'm gonna turn our pressure up. Just see what it'll hold. Well, I have to rotate the engine to actually get it to. I mean, it's getting up to 60, even with the valve open. So, we're able to get those valves, or that valve to close. Hopefully it'll hold more. But with the compression test, it's like only 60 something. So I don't know. I'm just as confused as you. Alright, I'm gonna turn the compressor off. See what it's at least. Okay, that should be enough. It's around 100, so. And our compressor, or leak down tester only goes up to 100, so. There we go. If I can squeeze through here. Alright, so basically, I'm gonna just turn this to like 5 or 10 psi so I can see right here where it's coming out, so I can tell when the valves are open, closed, whatever. Maybe I guessed it right. Because, let's see if I turn it up, what happens. Okay, so we got it into the leaking a little bit lower, and it's actually holding up to 70 something, and it's leaking out of here. You can hear that, so the rings are leaking. I might be able to put some oil in there and see if it stops that. But if I plug that,
Hey, come on. Hey, go.
okay, because if I do that, it's still leaking somewhere else. So I'm gonna put some oil in the cylinder to see if it holds, it's able to hold more pressure. Because that would plug up the rings, and that means the rings somehow got, I don't even know. Okay, now Marvel Mystery Oil, I just put that there. Okay, so this, I don't know, should plug the rings. I mean, we could get some regular oil. Oh, I guess we have some. That's probably better to plug up than Marvel Mystery, because this is a thicker oil. If we can get it open, there we go. Alright. So, should just be able to pour some in there. And it'll slowly go in there. Okay. So that should be plenty. Alright. So now we get the leak down testers thing again. And put this in here. Maybe. There we go. Alright, so that's in, and I just have to connect this, which is a little bit of a pain. There we go. And now, we see, yeah, now we don't even hear it leaking at all because that oil is filling any gaps between the rings or whatnot. Yeah, so it's holding that much, but I don't think it's getting, I guess I can turn the compressor on for a little bit and see if it's able to get any more. Because right now it's at like about 75 and there's no air leaks. So I don't know what's the deal. It's around 75, so I should probably disconnect the leak down tester because apparently the air compressor is not gonna compress when it has pressure on it, at least back pressure. So I guess I can take that off for now. Alright, now turn it on for a couple minutes. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to compress or connect the compressor now. It's not quite at 100, but let's see if it goes. Okay. It's now around 80. It's starting to get through the rings, you can hear. So now I'm gonna just try it one more time. Yeah, so I'm gonna let that go until, yeah, it's still leaking somewhere else. Oh, that could be the, okay, I think I know where it's leaking from. So it's getting through the rings. So I'll have to do research of if the rings are bad or how I'm not sure. So I'll have to research it. I just rebuilt this engine, so why would the rings be bad? I know, I'm pretty sure I put them in the right way. But I might test another cylinder just to check. I'll have to go look which one's which of firing order stuff, which one's up when the other one's, I think it's, the first one should be up then when, I don't know. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to look which one's up when whatever. So can't even tell. So oh, if okay. I guess I'll just put that back in there, and I'm pretty sure it's the first one. Cause firing order is like 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. Yeah, 1, 5, 3, 6. So it'd be 6 or 3 that would be up. So I guess I'm gonna go turn the ignition off because I think I left it on. Yeah, okay. Because the ignition coil was heating up a little. So I'm so confused. I guess I'll do 3 now, because if that's the order that I don't even know. I guess we'll try it. Okay, if I can get this out. There we go. One more with the. Okay. There's oil on that, so I don't know if that's leaking through the. I can't tell. Well, let's get the thing to put in the cylinder. Okay. Now just spin that in there. Okay, make sure it's tight. Okay. Now connect this, which is like annoying. There we go. Okay, and then again. Connect this end. Hold up. Alright. So I hear something, obviously. It's not. I don't feel anything through here. That doesn't change anything. Here. Okay, nothing. I'm gonna. This one's out of the exhaust a little bit. I'm pretty sure that this one should be up. So this one's leaking through the exhaust. This exhaust valve could be bad. I'm gonna double check that it should be top dead center right now. But this one's exhaust valve looks bad, if that's the case. Where's the book? It's the book somewhere around here, you know? I have no clue. Well, I guess I'll just have to look at online manual. So, wherever it is, photos. Alright, so I have a picture here. So when 6, and this would be cylinder 3. That one's down, these are up. Okay. Let me just check here. Because this is a video, I still need to edit this video, but. Yeah, so when 3, here's 3, you can see it's up. And I guess 5 is up, but 6 isn't. I don't know. Well, let's see. When 3 is up, that's the intake valve. I don't have a clue. Let's see, so, all right, that's 2 and 5. I need to see, so 2 is up, and 5 is up, and so 2 and, yeah, 1, 3, no, 1, 5, 2, 3, 1, 5, no, 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 6. I don't know, what's the firing order? Because when that valve, cylinder 3, if cylinder 6 is up, cylinder 3, and then 2 and 5, and then 1 and 3, so firing order would be 1, 3, 2, 4. I have it, I have a picture here somewhere. I have a lot of pictures on here. It's my grandpa's 50 DeSoto and 51 at Yellowstone. Saw that the other day. That was kind of cool. Showed me a couple pictures. I got so many pictures on there. My Camaro engine. I got a mini Plymouth. But I can't find a picture of the firing order. I can look it up. So, I guess 1950 Plymouth firing order. 1950 Plymouth firing order. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Firing order 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. Okay. So I was right. 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. So when 6 is up, 3 is up. So cylinder should be up right now, and it's leaking through the exhaust valve. So that means the exhaust valve on that one's bad, which I guess makes sense. Let me connect the compressor to it, and I'm gonna rotate the engine with it having pressure on it, so I can hear each cylinder. Right, so we're gonna bring this down to like 10 psi. A little bit more, I guess. Or that works, okay. So we bring that up a little bit just so you can hear. Like there's the exhaust valve you can hear open. So I'm gonna just crank the engine, then hear each valve, and then once the valve closes, or I can't hear it anymore, it should be, I don't know, it's all the. So there's the intake valve is open. That's the exhaust. I can't hear it anymore. So all the valves should be closed. Oh, I still hear a leak somewhere. So the exhaust rings are leaking on that one. It's the whole thing. And then would it be leaking out of here too? Out of the dipstick tube? Is that where I'm hearing the multiple leaks? Probably. I'm gonna go double check it's not the exhaust that's leaking too. Because if it's then consistent that the rings are all leaking, it could be timing too. I don't know. Yeah, that's not leaking. So it could be timing, maybe. I guess I could try to adjust that, but it wouldn't affect, I don't think, anything, so I don't. Yeah, it's coming out of the oil fill, which means the rings are leaking, but it's also leaking somewhere else. So I put that back on. Can't hear it anymore, but you can still hear another leak, which could be head gasket. So is it normal to have a little bit of rings? Like a test like this, is it normal to have rings leak a little bit? I would think so, because older cars don't have as tight of a tolerance, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. What can I do? I don't know. I'm gonna disconnect that. And I guess I can disconnect this too. But it should... Does anyone have any ideas? And it's oily, so I don't know. I guess I disconnect this too. I mean, I think it wouldn't surprise me if on these older cars, especially, that if there's a little bit of leakage that happens on a leak down test through the rings, because I know newer cars, they'll leak up to like 20% or something like that. What are all these? It's like these metal shavings. Is that metal or on the head? Is that metal or is that hair? Or is that like threads? I can't tell. No, that's metal. That is odd. Interesting. Well, I guess I could get like a balloon and put that on the oil fill thing, see if it blows up, and if it's truly leaking that much. Because is it normal for these older cars, which I think it kind of is, to have rings that leak a little bit? I mean, maybe. Or also, is the distributor... No, that's just into the... That's just on the camera or whatever. I don't know. Well, I have no clue. I could do another compression test, but we're gonna get like 60 like we did before. I have no clue. I might have to go to do some research, cause yeah, I genuinely don't know. I mean, reasons why the rings would leak, because they're not fully seated and the car hasn't run. That could be. And that would make sense. But then the valves, I don't know. I'm just as confused as you. Yeah, I have no clue. And a little thing there. Well, I guess since I'm get a little sidetracked from that, we're gonna try to send this computer in to get tuned, because that's the El Camino's computer. Hopefully we'll get that sent in to get tuned. Drove the Saab in the snow a little bit yesterday. That was fun. But the Plymouth is now doesn't have compression or something. Well, it doesn't have compression, so, and I know that for a fact. I just don't know why it's not, you know. Well, and even with starter fluid, it didn't even try to fire. But I know it's like, why would it not be getting compression? No clue. I'm stumped. I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to go sit down and do some research. So, I'll go live again probably if I do some research and figure out kind of what it is a little bit. I mean, I guess I can do a little bit more, but I might just end the live real quick, and I'll probably live again once I figure it out. But as of right now, I am clueless to what it could be. So I'm gonna end the live, and hopefully I can figure